you're gonna hear noise in the background. You're gonna hear the pond going, and you're gonna hear the AC running. Is the AC still running? And you're gonna get my voice, which you can get a pond loop on YouTube. 12 hours even. You can get a 12-hour air conditioning sound looping. But here, you're gonna get that and my voice. And I'm gonna talk to you so closely and artistically looking away as I'm channeling these thoughts and just feeling them, you know. Oh, you might hear some dogs barking. This is real. This is real. But one thing that I really am learning how to do is how to receive without guilt. And for a while, good job, Mama. No barking. One thing that I'm understanding is that I thought this was going to be like, oh, learning how to receive. Once I understand the concept of it, then I'll be able to be amazing at the execution. That's not how that works. So instead of me just trying to think about it as understanding the idea of it, the concept of it, to really take the year, like the rest of 2026, it's March 2026 right now, I'm at my mom's house, and I just have these running thoughts. Running. Funny, the AC just kicked off as I said that. And alarms going off. Yeah, that's what my brain, this is exactly what my brain has sounded like all morning long. That is this is what my brain has sounded like all morning long. And with a couple of hours of sleep, because I did something so amazing last night and I had such a wonderful time that I didn't want to go to sleep. I was harvesting the energy. I was lingering with the energy. I was playing with the energy and just experiencing being able to have things go right. And the me that I really want to learn and understand on a deep concept of where they get to practice these things until learning it is second nature. Because I guess I'm going into the idea of receiving love and learning it as if you just learn how soccer is played on screen instead of how you play soccer and all the different positions. Like, can you do all the positions? And learning that is completely different than just learning the concept of what soccer is. And that is very much of how I'm feeling with how to receive love without guilt. It's not just about learning to do it without the idea of, good job, Mama, no barking. Every time someone like rides by on a bike or something. Did it happen because I pointed it out? Potentially. My energy went there. Hey, thanks for your service. Prince, thanks for your service. So I want to be so much more gentle on myself for the rest of this year and just be like, well, this was, what in the Wally Woodpecker was that? Isn't it funny when you're at someone else's house? And I'm at my mom's house, and it was like, isn't it funny how you can be at someone else's house and you're like, what sound is that? Because at your own space, you know what the sounds are. You know what the AC sounds like. You know what the water heater sounds like. You know, like, what your neighbors sound like. You know that. And when you get to someone else's house, you're like, what is that? That's what this feels like. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I feel the need to be deeply compassionate with myself as I'm navigating this chapter of my life. And luckily, I have a very dear friend that I met via Instagram. I thought that was like a joke. I thought people like didn't actually make friends via Instagram, but it happened so like organically and naturally. And her name is Jabria. She goes by the Can Coach on Instagram, and she helps people with intentional use. Because I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just that YouTube potentially might. It's like, it's not. I promise you, YouTube. Relax, honey. Relax, honey. Don't worry. Anyways, Jabria has been teaching me a lot more about radical honesty and radical self-compassion, and how one of the things that was really causing me a lot of panic today was the idea that I wanted to ask for something and I couldn't figure out how to advocate for that ask. And part of me understands, like, being on the autism spectrum, that is just a kind of a part of the piece of the puzzle, is like that communication. I either want to be like super straight up or very abstract. and it affects a lot of how I have communicated with people. And so, being 31 years and 6 months on the planet, I sound like I'm it's like, I was just, they're 36 months. But like, no, I'm 31 years and 6 months on this planet. And for me to just now really learn how to receive love without guilt, beyond just like being a baby, you know, not like, oh, I'm a baby. Like, no, like, actually, when I was a fucking baby, I learned how to receive without guilt. I was just like, give me my motherfucking shit right the fuck now, bitch. Not my mom, just anybody. Just give me what I want right now. I don't care what entity I'm with right now. Give me what I want. I want food. I want water. I want hydration. I'm sleepy. My diaper's full. You know, like, all of those things that was easy. And along the lines, it just like got harder to do that with this past generation, thinking that the harder you are, the more solid you'll be. I ate that. And it's not. Like, the harder you are, the harder life can feel. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing to be hard in that way, but like, because at some point we need it. Armadillos got their shell because an armadillo needs a fucking shell. But inside, there is squishy. There's that ooey gooey, you know. It's that skin that is supple, soft. When was it soft? Soft and supple, and is filled with nerves and muscles and skin. Same thing like a turtle. Sometimes even fur for an armadillo. But you know, it's like there are some people, some species of us who do have to have a tougher skin based on the cards that they were dealt. And so it's not saying that all hardness is bad. It's just saying we need to apply it where it does. And where I'm analyzing this is, I haven't had a actual threat, like, because I've been very, very, very fucking intentional with my time and my space and who I'm talking to and what I'm participating in and who I'm investing in. But I haven't felt this sense of life peace in a while. And now that understanding of like, how do you receive without guilt when there's no one threatening you? That I've let no one in my space, in my circle anymore to threaten me. And if I do, I'm very intentional with how I spend my time and my honesty with them. So I think the birds like this message. I think they like this thought process. Well, so maybe I'll do a end of the year report on how I've learned to receive love without guilt. And in the meantime, the things I'm going to do in this type of action, 11:11 as I look to the clock. But some of the things I really want to do to digest this lesson over the next 9 months, 8, a late 8, is being able to not have that repetitive thought in the back of my head that goes, they just did this for me, how can I repay them? They just did this for me, how can I repay them? If I can catch those thoughts, say them out loud, or write them down, if I can identify it, say it to claim it, and then just let that exist, like sit with that. I've learned that from Jadina at Conversations with Jay on YouTube. And to just really sit with that and just let it be that for a little bit, let it linger with this idea that it doesn't have to be fixed. It just wants to be seen. And so that's one thing I want to really practice. Another thing I want to practice is starting to pay attention to my body's signals when it starts to teeter off the other side of feeling good. Now, this also means that I have to know what feeling good feels like. It's not enough just be like, oh, I want to feel good. When is the last time you really felt good? When is the last time your body felt good and happy and giddy and whimsical? Like whimsy. More whimsy. The world needs more whimsy. But like, how do we feel that whimsy in ourselves? By doing things that we actually fuck with, we actually align with, we actually care about. That's gonna bring us closer to the idea of what good feels like, and then we can compare life situations to what good feels like. Yeah, did I mean? Yeah, did I mean visual? Yeah, did I mean visual? If you don't know, I grew up in North California. So I didn't grow up in the Bay Area, but I grew up with a lot of Bay Area influence in music. So yeah, you'll also know if I love a song because I like get into like a Thiz phase. I was a big fan of the Thiz phase. Big fan of the Thiz phase. Let me think, is there anything else practically to apply this message of receiving love without guilt? So what I've got so far is not overthinking, not over apologizing. Even when I should be apologizing, because there's the effect of saying like, oh, I'm sorry, and then there's the long-term effect of like, oh, I'm an awful person, I'm so sorry, do you forgive me? I just want to check in again, do you forgive me? Like, and like checking in, yes, is good, but obsessing over it in my mind is something I want to start identifying with, naming it and claiming it, sitting with it, and then moving on. And I guess that name for that would be the guilt part, because the concept is how to receive without guilt. And two biggest words in that is receive and guilt. This beautiful red cardinal just passed right in front of me. Let me just like show you guys what I'm looking at. Look at it. Look at it. I think it flew away when I tried to show everybody. Anyways, I think that's about it for me. I'm sending the overflow of what I'm giving to myself out to y'all. Not to change you, not to make you feel like you have to follow my path, but you can find your own flow. You see what I did there? You can find your own flow in this life with the cards that you were dealt, with the shells that you have, and with the squishiness inside of you. Learn what feels good. And when you know what good feels like in your body, not even having to be with anybody else, it could be a dance class, a painting class, more walks, more swimming. It's whatever the joy is. That makes it easier for us to identify what we don't like, what we want to get rid of, what we want to let go. And it's going to be scary, but I don't know what to tell you. Knowing me, watching me, means you're going to be shifting too. I never said this was a free ride. Pay up. Let's make this world more fun to be in. Because I believe in us. And I really think that the more we tap into what feels good, the less likely we're going to have people following leaders who follow leaders who follow leaders because they forgot what genuine goodness feels like. Our intuition is not just what we don't know. Hey, that's Molly. That is Aunt Mound. Come. Great. It's dormant. It's been dead for a little bit, but safety first. Our other dog just got bitten up the other day. I was like, ooh, let's get out the ant killer, please. So I'm gonna go inside and go wash some paws. I think that was also a message, just to be like, let's stop the message. So I'm stopping this here. Okay. Y'all go have a good day. Bye, cutie patooties.